You just want to play what feels good, plain and simple. It's not a specific genre. Go ahead.
Look at like over the years, you got some bands that they just changed. Their albums changed. They just evolved. Why can't you just? Why do you always have to play? I mean, I might go back to playing straight southern rock on the next album. You never know. It just happens to be what I write. Right now, I'm feeling this heavy kind of Americana bluegrass thing going on. Kind of a edgier, like electric bluegrass almost. I don't know how to describe it.
Well, we're in
But
edgier times.
I love it. Yeah, I've got this new song. It's called "It's a Long Way Back to Charleston," and I wrote it this past summer or spring when I was up on the mountains with my son in Virginia. I met him and hiked, almost 200 miles with him, and I wrote it sitting up on Mount Rogers, looking down the valley. It's called "Long Way Back to Charleston." And it's just talking about the trials and tribulations and the metaphor as the mountain. You've been up and down that mountain. I've been down. I've been there before. Show me the way. It's a long way back to Charleston if I live this way. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And on that note, that's one of the other things I noticed about you. Music isn't your only passion. Like, you like exercise and shit. Like, you like to walk. More
Hell no, it's
specifically.
not like exercise. Exercise is when you go in one of them rooms where people wear that are too big to wear the clothes they wear because it's too tight on them, like them yoga pant things.
Yes.
It's too much money to have people tell them how to walk. I just put on a backpack and go and see America.
Right. So that's you love to hike. You are a hiker through and through. And one of the things I noticed, like, you'll post some music, but a lot of your posts are about hiking. Like, you're always walking through some forest.
Absolutely. There's stuff out there that you'll never see from the side of the road, and the people you meet and the people you greet and the things that you see and smell and you feel and you wake up and you just feel good. Sometimes you just got to take your shoes off and walk through the grass, man.
Now, is there some good hiking grounds there in Maine?
Are you kidding? It's the end of the Appalachian Trail. Well, it's not the end of the international Appalachian Trail continues on into Canada, but it ends at Katahdin. There are thousands and thousands of miles of trails up here. It's so beautiful. The wildlife. Like I said, I've seen skunks and porcupines. I saw 2 black bears, but unfortunately they were dead in the back of someone's truck because it's bear hunting season.
Oh, jeez.
I'm all for hunting if you're feeding yourself, but I'm not on the trophy hunting thing. I enjoy hunting, and I will go out and kill a deer, but I will eat that whole damn thing.
Absolutely. I couldn't agree more with you. I feel the same way. I mean, listen, it's one thing to go out and harvest an animal to put in your freezer to provide substance for yourself and your family, but to just go out and kill something so you can mount it, I don't necessarily agree with that myself.
I don't agree with that at all. Eat it.
That's right. Eat it. This is exactly why I don't kill possums and squirrels. I know some will to eat them, but I will not eat one. Have you ate one of them?
Hell yeah! I was raised in South Carolina, man. I say I'm from Charleston, but I grew up in a town that's not so little anymore. But when I lived there, when I first got there, called Somerville, and we grew up on the backside, on the fore side of town. And we hunted a lot. We ate turtle and possum and raccoon and squirrel.
Wow.
My son loved it. All that stuff. Venison, lots of venison and lots of wild hogs.
Venison and wild hog. Oh, man, I'm on that list. But I don't know.
A lot of catfish.
Catfish. I'm not a big fan of catfish. I'm a big fisherman, but I don't know. You know what it is? I don't care for dark meat so much. But is it true what they say? Like, it all tastes like chicken. So, like the possum and the squirrel and the turtle, does it all taste like chicken?
I can't say. Did I say that on the air? Oh, wait, this is a podcast. Fuck no. It tastes totally different. It's all how you cook it. People just don't know how to cook that stuff. When you have a family that was raised in the hills of Kentucky, like my father's was, and they were hard scrabble, coal mining, With everything, I know which mushrooms I can eat. I know I can pull off and chew off the inside of. It's a lost art.
Speaking of,
it's all delicious. Snakes.
Turtles.
Fish.
I can do the fish thing. I don't know about the snakes and the turtles, and I don't know why.
You never know what it was. You think it was all chicken.
Or even possum. I mean, just to look at a possum, I think, holy shit, I wouldn't eat that if my life depended on it.
No, they're ugly.
Yeah, they look diseased and, but it tastes all right, huh?
They're delicious.
I love that.
But then if you think about it this way, some people like chitlins. Ugh. I don't eat that nasty stuff.
Oh God, no! That's the chitlins. Is that like the
pig intestines? Yeah, intestines.
The leftovers.
The pig intestines.
Oh, that's what chitlins are.
Yeah, man.
I didn't know. I love pig. I don't know if I've ever had chitlins, but I love pig. Bacon, even their skin. Pork rinds. Oh, yeah. Love pig skin.
That's mother's milk right there. Bacon is pork candy.
Yes, I could live my entire life off bacon. You know what, Jefferson? I think it's safe.
You could live off of bacon.
So you would agree with me. You're not a real man if you don't eat bacon.
Well, I don't know if you're not a real man. I've seen a lot of big-ass vegans that would probably kick my ass. But, yeah, pretty much.
Well, whatever. Vegans, I stand by it. You're not a real man if you don't eat bacon.
Right on.
All right, well, real quick, you still got some more time left?
Yeah, man, I got plenty of time. I'm in the middle of nowhere, Maine. There's nowhere to go.
All right, well, let's do this here. Let's you and I take a little breather here, and we'll let the audience listen to, I've got queued up here, Lil Darling Michelle. Anything special about that one there?
Oh, man, let me tell you about that song. So it's titled, if you look on the album, it says Little Darling. But on the encoding, when you bring it up on your digital, it says Little Darling Michelle. I wrote that song for this girl I was engaged to. Long story short, she called me up and dumped me because she said I lived too far away because we live 4 hours away from each other because I'm a musician and I travel too much. And unfortunately, the song was already recorded and it was already encoded and everything, so I just said, "The hell with it." But yeah, it's about a real person. Her name's Michelle.
Well, it's funny, but like so epic about that is like, you talk about it like, oh God, I loved her. I wrote the song. She dumped me, but oh well, it was already written. Let's throw. It could have been worse. Like you could have tattooed her name.
That whole second album, What Were You Expecting? There's like 4 songs on there that are all based around that relationship. A couple of them are after we broke up, and a couple of them are before.
That's fun. But like I say, it could have been worse. Like you could have, tattooed her name on just above your navel or something. You know what I mean?
Never.
All right, man. All right, hang tight there a second. The rest of you all, here it is. This is the Jefferson Coker Band. I'm hanging out with Jefferson Coker as we speak. This is Lil Darling Michelle. We'll be back here in just a second.
Every now and then I'm starting thinking about things back when I grew up. over, sit with me. 'Cause it's been a long while and I miss your smile and I want a little company. And I said, hey, little mama, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause you're looking so fine and I know that you're mine by the way that you're looking at me. And I said, hey, little darling, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause it's been a long while and I miss your smile and I want a little company. And I said, hey, little mama, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause you're looking so fine and I know that you're mine by the way that you're looking at me. Yeah, I said, hey, little darling, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause you're looking so fine and I know that you're mine just by the way that you're looking at me. And I said, hey, little mama, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause you're looking so fine and I know that you're mine just by the way that you're looking at me. Yeah, yeah, little darling, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause it's been a long while and I miss your smile and I want a little company. And I said, hey, little mama, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause it's been a long while and I miss your smile and I want a little company. And I said, hey, little mama, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause you're looking so fine and I know that you're mine by the way that you're looking at me. And I said, hey, little mama, come on over, sit with me. 'Cause it's been a long while and I miss your smile and I want a little company. 'Cause you look so fine and I know that you're mine by the way that you're looking at me. 'Cause you look so fine and I know that you're mine just by the way that you're looking at me.
All right, that's the Jefferson Coker Band with Little Darling Michelle. We heard a little bit of the backstory of that song before we played it, and I am sitting with Jefferson Coker, and we were conversating off the air here, and I kind of want to say it publicly for everybody that's tuned in too, but normally that we do the interview a little bit differently. I had to call you on your phone tonight. At the very last minute, Jefferson, we had some weird glitch with the way we normally do it, and I had to call you on your phone. And, you know, I told you off air, I've been messaging staff to make sure the audio's been okay. Everybody's telling me the audio's been good enough, but it's not good enough for me. And as I told you off air,